Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am getting ready, almost done. Ugh, yo, look at my hair. It is not the greatest, but what can I do? I'm in the middle of bar prep. Like, I really could care less about my hair, more about this exam that's gonna determine whether I be an attorney in my state. So anyways, we are 5 weeks out and the number of subscribers is we reached 800 subscribers, so thank you so much. I am 32 days away from the bar exam. Here are some takeaways, or I don't know. I honestly didn't want to film this video. It is rough, yo. It is rough out here, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I'm not having the greatest time. This has been just the most brutal experience ever. Anyone who has gone through study for the bar, like, you know it's rough. It's rough. And if you don't know, if you actually liked your bar exam studying period, I don't know, me and you, we not the same. You build different. I'm actually going right now to celebrate the birthday of one of my closest law school friends. She's part of my study group. So I'm really excited to kind of take this last weekend as the last weekend before July, before shit hits the fan. And I'll be studying like hardcore. So these are kind of like my 3 takeaways. Number 1 takeaway is I am genuinely surprised at least for myself, I can only speak for myself, like at how I've been able to kind of put the doctrine somewhere in my brain. I've gone through like many subject areas. Like I've gone through criminal law, criminal procedure, evidence, civil procedure, torts, contracts, real property, secure transaction, family law. If I'm missing one, I'll put it here. And when I do my closed book exams, like I am genuinely surprised at how much I've been memorizing just by practicing. And I've mentioned this last week, but not only that, like I'm memorizing things, and then I'm also like, me sobra time. I have leftover time in both my multiple choice questions and my essay questions. So, you know, I'm not, it's not to say like, oh, I'm gonna definitely pass the bar exam, but it is to say that, you know, I'm doing something. My brain is working overtime and things are coming together. But there was one period, there was one question though, I remember that I literally forgot the rule for this evidence question, and I applied a civil procedure law to that question. So I was like, I can't be mixing them two up. So I need to be careful with that. So yeah, that's my first takeaway, is that I'm genuinely surprised at how much I've been able to retain, and also my speed. Number 2 is I've just kind of been witnessing patterns on what I'm struggling with, and I'm jotting them down. Like I have the spreadsheet now, which I'm gonna continue building on, just to make sure that, you know, whatever questions I'm getting wrong, I understand why I'm getting them wrong, and if there's any hope for me to like actually understand them. Like honestly, I struggle so much with I struggle so much with property, and specifically with mortgages, and so I'm taking that down, and I'll show you like how my spreadsheet looks. Number 3, I am like, now that we're heading into July, I am just skipping anything that I don't find useful. Like the lectures, I'm skipping. The drills that Themis has, like flashcards, I'm skipping. I'm just like, honestly, at this point, I'm looking at the final outlines, and I'm reviewing that. I'm going straight to taking multiple choice questions closed book, because that's how I learn. And I feel like, honestly, like the more practice the better, because you just get to kind of see patterns within the questions. So yeah, and maybe that's how that's how my memorization is building, because I'm seeing patterns. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that like a long time ago when I got that question wrong. If you're in law school, do not, and you have like handwritten notes or like outlines, like do not throw them out, because honestly, civil procedure and evidence, I'm heavily relying on my outline from law school, and that has saved me so much time from revisando. A lot of bar prep classes are mandatory in my law school. I know it's not the same for other law schools, but at least for me, I'm so grateful that like they forced me to take evidence, they forced me to take constitutional law. Like, I'm just really internally grateful because I'm able to rely on my very detailed handwritten notes that I used for my finals back then. I'm following with the things that I'm skipping, like the lectures, like the drills. What I am doing is obviously practicing the questions, but I take my time, and this is why maybe I'm able to memorize and look at patterns, is because like I go through every single question that I'm taking, whether I got it right or wrong. I'm just like trying to make sure that, am I on focus or not on focus? I'm trying to make sure that I understand why that was the right answer. And I'm looking at my time as well, like what questions am I getting wrong at X amount of seconds, or did I misread a question, for example. So I do go back and I have an outline and I put the rule down and I put examples, and that takes a lot of my time, honestly. Like, I hate revisando because it's just so much, but it's like a much needed process, at least for me. Number one is I'm actually genuinely surprised at how much memorization and the grasp and the amount of material that's like being registered in my brain, and my time as well. Two is I am, what did I say for two? I don't, and two is, and three is kind of just already just not even doing things that are not working for me, and rather just reviewing my multiple choice questions or essay questions that I've done. Closed book. So this has been honestly the toughest experience. Honestly, it feels like even worse than all 3 years of law school. I'm not even trying to front. So I just like, oh my god, it's 4 p.m. I need to go. Okay, bye y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. It has been tough. So yeah.